In today's times, everyone is seeking good health and longevity with a holistic approach. So, how can one achieve this? The answer lies in the ancient wisdom of Ayurveda. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Navin Times podcast. Our guest today is an Ayurvedic physician, author, and a teacher with more than 40 years of experience. It is a pleasure to be speaking with Dr. Vasant Lad. Dr. Lad, namaskar and welcome to our show.
Namaskar. Thank you. Namaskar.
Dr. Lad, you were based in Pune, Maharashtra, and from Pune you shifted to the US, Albuquerque, North Carolina. What prompted this move?
Yeah, that's a very beautiful question and beautiful direction to lead our dialogue. I follow spiritual discipline given by my guru. His name is Hambir Baba. Hambir Baba, highly enlightened master. And I was 10 years old young boy. And he was my family guru, my father's guru. And my father told him, I have given my son to your lotus feet. You shape him, you do anything you like. So he just looked at me and he had such a great insight. He told me, oh, he will be very good in Ayurveda, ancient Vedic literature. He will be good professor, good healer, and he will spread Ayurveda in the Western world, England, Germany, America. So that was his blessing. So in a way, this is the mission of my guru. He sent me here, and all these things happen. It is the grace of a master, the grace of a teacher and mentor.
Right. So why US? Dr. Lad, why not some part of Europe or maybe Australia, some other country? Why did you choose US?
That's very interesting because I have my clinic in Pune at Tabu Street, which is camp area.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one American gentleman, he came to see me. And I read his pulse, I did his observation, and then he was very deeply touched. And he listened to my couple of lectures in Tilak Ayurveda Mahavidyalaya. He said, Dr. Lad, you should come to America. So suddenly bell started ringing. I said, this is the person. And he said, I will sponsor you, I will take care of you.
Okay.
And he went back to New York and then he sent the documents. And that's why America is the first choice that happened, because it was like a link, as you said. It is a link that divine energy has created.
Right. And now you've been there how many years, doctor?
I'm here in United States last 40 years. In Albuquerque, New Mexico, we have Ayurvedic Institute, and it is a teaching non-profit corporation, and we have students from England, Germany, even East Coast, West Coast, even South America. Every year we have about 20 to 30 students, which is quite a good number. And from that, we have created a little clinic, little library, school, and Panchakarma. So all these things happen. I think it is really the divine grace coming from above. And even in United States, I become popular because of the Ayurvedic Institute.
Mm-hmm.
Now, since last couple of years, we moved to North Carolina, Asheville.
Mm-hmm. So you are in Albuquerque and Asheville.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Now, Ayurveda, as we all know, is the science of life. Dr. Lad, how would you simplify this science of life to a lay person? What would you say? How would you explain it? And what is the basic concept of Ayurveda?
Ayurveda, the science of life. What is life? Life is a relationship between body, mind and consciousness. Sattvam, Atma, Sharirancha, Trayam Etat Tridandavat. Tridanda means tripod. This is a tripod of life, the body, the mind and consciousness.
Consciousness.
So according to this science, Every individual is indivisible, undivided, total, unique expression of consciousness. And this science of life talks about what is the uniqueness of every individual. So, everyone is born with a definite blueprint within our RNA DNA. We carry the genetic code. And in Ayurveda, that genetic code is called bija. Manushya bijam hi anga pratyanga bija bhaga samudayatmakam pitru sadrusham. Means the male seed and female egg. These are the basic requirement for beginning of the new life.
Right.
And at the time of fertilization, male seed, the sperm, which carries in the head of the sperm RNA, DNA, and they contain VPK, V for Vata, P for Pitta, K for Kapha. This VPK permutation combination is there. And when the sperm meet with the female egg, and after fertilization, the quality of the mother and quality of the father, prakriti of the mother, prakriti of the father, that is very important. These Vata, Pitta, Kapha are three dosha. Shukra Shomita Sanyoge, Yo Bhave Dosha Utkataha, Prakriti Ridayate Tasya Tasya Lakshanam Sudum. Means at the time of fertilization, VPK factor from the father, that which is predominant while making love, and VPK factor from the mother, that which is predominant psychologically, physically, emotionally, then that moment a unique Prakriti is formed. And that Prakriti is your unique psychophysiology. That Prakriti is your uniqueness, your nature. So, this Prakriti is constantly bombarded by environmental changes, change in the diet, change in the food, change in the relationship, change in the environment, and change in the season. Because of all these changes, we are undergoing certain changes. Like attracts like. Means during winter, we can increase kapha. Spring season is a kapha. During summer, we can increase pitta, and summer is pitta. And during autumn, vata. So these vata, pitta, kapha, these are the three doshas. They are constantly acting, reacting to the outer ecology. And internal ecology is governed by vata, pitta, kapha as a prakriti. So that altered status of vata, pitta, kapha is called vikruti. Vikruti is not a disease, but vikruti can create potential womb in which future coming ailment can take birth. So this is a wonderful science. It talks a great deal about Prakriti Vikruti paradigm. That is a basic paradigm of Ayurveda.
Okay. So now when you go for the first time, or even, consecutive visits to an Ayurveda physician, the first thing he does is the Nadi Pariksha. Now this, I've always wondered, like, by just touching the pulse, how does a physician, Ayurvedic physician, know a person's Prakriti? Can you tell us in simple terms, how does this work?
No, this is beautiful. Suppose I'm just reading my own pulse. So this is my wrist, this is right hand, and I am keeping from this way, backside. You have to grab your pulse from the backside, not this, but this way.
Okay.
And when you listen to the pulse from this side, so each finger has a three curvature: proximal, middle, distal, proximal, middle, distal, proximal, middle, distal. Distal means away from the heart, proximal means towards the heart. So any spike at the proximal curvature is a kapha. Any spike at the central curvature is pitta. And any spike at distal curvature is vata. So what I do, I just feel my own pulse, go deep to the seventh level. This is very complicated, but I will try to explain.
Yes.
Superficial level is the one. Then gradually increase the pressure. Moment you increase the pressure, the spike changes. That means you are in the second level. Again, slightly increase the pressure, spike changes, third level, fourth level, like that. You go to the deep. Deep means niguda. Niguda nadi prakruti pradarshani. Uttana to vikruti. So this sutra is very important. So when you go deep pulse to the radial bone and you are feeling, so I'm just getting in my prakriti, my vata is 2, pitta is 3, and kapha is 1. 1 is low, 2 is moderate, 3 is more. So by reading the pulse, I can understand my Prakriti. My Prakriti is Vata 2, Pitta 3, Kapha 1. Then I come to the topmost level, which is a Vikruti. And in Vikruti, my Kapha is slightly high.
What does that
I
mean?
can get
When you
one
say kapha is high, what does it mean?
because Vikrut dosha can come to the top level. Vikrut means imbalanced dosha can come to the top level. Normal dosha goes to the down level. So when I read my first level pulse, it shows little kapha. That's why I'm clearing my throat. I have little cold congestion, and there's a winter here. So that means my kapha is high. So my prakriti is vata 2, pitta 3, kapha 1. But now I can get one delicate spike under the middle finger. So that means my kapha is increased by zero point 0.5. So if all two fingers are increased, then my kapha is increased by number one, which is it may be two, and two kapha will make me sick. 1.5 is okay, just little common cold congestion. So Ayurvedic pulse diagnosis is very important. And I have written the book on the secret of Ayurvedic pulse. That book become hot cake. Everybody love that. There are so
Okay.
many diagrams and pictures, and we can explain to them that how to read the pulse. This is regarding Prakriti Vikruti pulse. Now, fifth level is the Dhatu pulse. There are 7 dhatus, Rasa, Rakta, Mams, Meda, Asti, Manja, Shukra. So, I go into the fifth level. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At fifth level, Rasa, Rakta, Mamsa, Meda, Asti, Majjan, Shukra, under all three. This is a different language. Then I go and I find out what happened. So, my Rasa Dhatu shows excess kapha. And rasa is connected to the respiratory system. Rasa is connected to the vascular system. And upper respiratory congestion, my kapha is little high. So I can check which dhatu is involved, only rasa. If the kapha goes into the rasa dhatu, then it will create fever and headache. Jvaradaha, syuhu, rasanugaha, this sutra says, any dosha which enter into the rasa dhatu, then it will bound to create fever. But I have no fever as yet because it is just a kapha. I'm just taking cinnamon, cardamom, ginger tea and controlling kapha. This is the beautiful thing that we can study. So we can understand the prakriti, vikruti and present status of the dosha through the pulse. So Nadi Pariksha is very ancient.
It
Charak,
is.
Sushrut, Vagbat, they spoke about, Charak just mentioned about Nadi. But most important, there are certain ancient textbooks. This knowledge is scattered everywhere. I have to read those, collect that knowledge, and um, compile this whole work in order to create a very practical understanding of Nadi Pariksha. Even every year I go to India during August to December, and January I come back to America. So during that period, we have created one branch of Ayurvedic Institute called Ayur Yoga, called VIOA, Vasant Institute of Ayurveda. VIOA, it is on Sholapur Road near Uruli Kanchan. That's a place. And it is about 3 acres of land. And students from Germany, England, America, they come there to learn this clinical evaluation, how to do Nadi Pariksha, how to do clinical assessment of the client. And that way, uh, whenever I'm in India for vacation, this is my vacation. I have a Pranav clinic in the evening, 6 to 9. And whatever patient come there, they want to receive certain Panchakarma, they can come to the Uruli Kanchan during daytime. So this way, this functioning of sharing and giving, exploring this ancient Vedic wisdom to the Western world and Eastern world, it is happening. Couple of times I went to Coimbatore at Ayurveda Shala. It is called Arka Shala, and there is a Dr. Ram Kumar. He is the head, and he invited me. So last year, he invited about 200 BMS doctor, and I was teaching them how to read the pulse. Oh, everybody loved it. It was such a thrilling, and they put some of these lectures on YouTube and people can watch that. So Nadi Pariksha is art, plus it is science. It is a science, it is a methodology, it is a technique how to read the pulse. So
Mm-hmm.
through the pulse, we understand the doshic evaluation, we can understand Prakruti Vikruti, we can understand the condition of the seven dhatu, and also which organ is affected. So this is a very profound, very deep, and uh, I'm just giving this idea about how to feel the pulse. But unless there is someone to guide you that feel this, when you observe it, when I observe it, and we compare our observation, then Nadi can become objective. Though it is subjective knowledge, we can teach it objectively
Mm-hmm.
through comparison between what you observe and what I observe.
So, would it be different? Suppose you are checking my nadi. Would it be different from your perspective? And maybe Pranav, I think your son also is practicing. So, if he checks it, would it be different? Would the reading be different? That's what I'm asking.
Of course, because it is a subjective knowledge. So what I feel, you may not feel.
Mm-hmm.
So then I have to share with you how I felt. Then when you feel it the way I feel it, then my subjectivity and your subjectivity come together, it becomes objectivity. So then Pranav can feel the same thing what I am seeing. So it is the same exact knowledge, only methodology is different, and where to bring attention, where to bring awareness is the important thing. You have to bring your awareness to the tip of the finger and feel the spike. Now, Vata spike is zigzag, Pitta spike is sharp, and Kapha spike is blunt because of the quality. Kapha is round and blunt, Pitta is sharp, and Vata is wavery. So these are subtle things to be observed. Then you will definitely understand, oh, this is a Vata, this is Pitta, this is Kapha. Then how many Vata spike I can get, how many Pitta, how many Kapha. And by comparing that, through comparison, we can understand the ratio of Vata, Pitta, Kapha. So Vata 1 means Vata is low, Vata 2, Vata is moderate, Vata 3 is Vata high. Same thing for Pitta and Kapha.
Okay. So, you have been speaking so much about VPK, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, right?
Mm, mm.
If I were to ask you to simplify this, what does it if what is Vata, Pitta, and Kapha in a person? What does it
Correct,
signify?
very good. Vata, Pitta, Kapha, these are the three organizations. They organize your psychophysiology and your
Okay.
pathophysiology. So Vata is a principle of movement.
Okay.
Sarvani dravyani panchabhautikani. All organic and inorganic matter is made up of five elements: ether, air, fire, water, earth.
Water. Right.
So Vata is a biological combination of ether and air. Pitta is fire and water, and Kapha is water and earth. So these are the three major doshas. So Vata is a principle of movement, sensory stimuli, motor responses. Afferent and efferent, all bodily movements are Vata. Respiration is Vata, circulation is Vata, stimulation is Vata. So Vata dosha is responsible for all bodily movement. Pitta tapa. Pitta is heat. So
Okay.
Pitta is a heat. It is a biological combination of water and fire. So this Pitta gives you energy. The hydrochloric acid, pepsin, renin, digestive enzyme, they are all Pitta. And Pitta gives you color complexion. Pitta creates hunger and thirst. Pitta is responsible for digestion, absorption, assimilation, and transformation of food into microchyle. All that is a Pitta. So Pitta is concentration, Pitta is understanding, comprehension, appreciation, recognition, and realization. All these are Pitta, very intellectual function. And Kapha is the building block material of the body. So every person has this permutation combination. Vata predominant people, they are skinny, mini, teeny, tiny, tall, they have cracking up the joint, popping up the joint, dry skin, and they are nervous, anguish, and they are everywhere and they are nowhere. So like this is the change. Pitta
Right.
is a very concentrated, bright, brilliant person, receding hairline and intellectual. They are Doctors, engineers, scientists, all these are pitta. And kapha people are very loving, compassionate. They go slow, they walk slow, and to say goodbye, there are tears in their eyes. So they are very loving, compassionate people. So these Vata, Pitta, Kapha, these are the three organizations. They are responsible for our Prakriti, our constitution. But when Vata is out of balance, then Vata will create constipation, gas, bloating, low back, sciatica, arthritis, rheumatism. All these disorders are Vata. When Pitta is high, Pitta will create hyperacidity, acid indigestion, heartburn, high rash, urticaria, bleeding disorder, and it can create pyrexia, the fever. And Kapha he will create, increased kapha will create common cold, congestion, cough, edema, swelling, as well as kapha is responsible for hypothyroidism, diabetes, high sugar, high
Mm-hmm.
triglyceride, hyperlipidemia, and high blood pressure. That is kapha.
Now, doctor, everyone in, when you speak about Ayurveda, I think the one word, the one, treatment that most of us know about Ayurveda is Panchakarma. Pancha we know is 5. Now, is Panchakarma only having herbs and massages, or what else does it entail and include?
The Ayurvedic treatment protocol is classified as Shodhana, Shamana, Rasayana, Ahar, Vihar. All these are the different ramification of Chikitsa. Chikitsa means treatment. So Shodhana is cleansing, detoxification, which is Panchakarma. But some people are not strong enough to bear the strain of Panchakarma. Then we do palliative therapy, we call Shamana. Shamana means pacification, Shamana means palliation. So, this is the basic thing. Panchakarma is not for everyone.
Okay.
Panchakarma is good for person who is little strong enough to bear the snehan, oleation, oil massage, sweat box, then woman, the vasti, viration. All these are strenuous cleansing. So we modified Panchakarma and we can do Panchakarma to everyone based upon his Prakriti and Vikruti, based upon his health and health concern. So for that reason, we do Abhyanga, Snehan, oil massage. Then Shirodhara, constant continuous flow of oil over the scalp.
With the
Then
yes,
over
center.
the forehead.
Yes.
Then Netra Basti, we create a little dough or donut of whole wheat flour dough, and then we create a little well, and with the wet finger we seal the bleeders, and then pour ghee. So your eyeball is drowned in under the ghee level for 30 to 40 minutes. That's very good, and then that will do lubrication. So many other, there are so many other bastis. So Netra Basti, Rud Basti, Navi Basti, Janu Basti. But real Basti means enema. And we can create herbal decoction that is called Niruha Basti, which is cleansing enema. And when person is extremely dry, we can add sesame oil to the Basti, and then it become Anuvasan Basti. And Anuvasan Basti is oil enema that will pacify Vata dosha in the rectum, because main site of Vata in the body is colon. And
Okay.
colon is the seat of Vata dosha. So when we put oil into the rectum, into the colon, it will calm down Vata in nervous system, Vata in the skeletal-muscular system, any system. It can definitely bring back them to the GI tract. This is very important. So Panchakarma is a cleansing detoxification program, and it has specific indication, contraindication. And we have various varieties of oil, Vata Tailam, Pitta Tailam, Kapha Tailam. For
Okay.
Vata person, we will Vata Tailam, which has Ashwagandha, Dashamula, Bala. Or for Pitta Tailam, we can use Shatavari, Guduchi, as well as Kumari, all these. And for Kapha Tailam, we can put ginger, cinnamon, cardamom. So this way, based upon individuals, which dosha is out of balance, we create a unique cleansing program, detox program, that is called Panchakarma. There are 5 purification. Woman, which is emetic, vomiting, therapeutic vomiting, and that will remove the kapha from the stomach, from the chest, from the lymphatic system. Woman, viration is purgation therapy that will remove the pitta from the hemopoietic system, liver, spleen, or even skin, wherever the pitta is stagnant, that can be eliminated out with viration. And Basti, as just now I share with you about Basti is the enema therapy, Dasamula Guduchi Basti, and that is for cleansing the colon.
The colon.
Then Vaman Virachan Basti, that is Vata. Then Nasya is residual dosha in the nervous system. They can be eliminated by certain medicated oil drops into the nose. That is called Nasya. Because Nasa hi Shiruso Dwaram, nose is a doorway to the brain. And any convulsion, any brain disorders like a migraine headache, clustered headache, temporal headache, occipital headache, depression, anxiety, grand mal epilepsy, even Parkinsonism. In all these disorders, these are neurological disorders, we can do Nasya. And Nasya is a wonderful that will help to heal the cerebral pathology. Woman Virachan Basti Nasya, then Rakta Moksha. Rakta Moksha is bloodletting.
Blood.
But we don't do it because it is too much invasive. We don't do Rakta Moksha here. So Panchakarma are the 5 purificatory measures. We cleanse the blood through herbal protocol.
Right. Now, you have been speaking about sesame oil. You spoke about ghee. What role does ghee play in Ayurveda? How can we incorporate it? We eat it, in our food, in our tadkas and sweets and stuff. But what are the other uses that we can use at home of ghee?
Ghee is the pure essence of cow's milk. Milk become yogurt, yogurt become butter, butter become ghee, like that. It is a clarified butter. Ghee is the pure essence of cow's rasadhatu and raktadhatu. So, in Veda, they respect the cow. Cow is the mother. A child who has no mother, his mother is cow. And cow's milk is very good, rich, and it has a great medicinal property. So, Ghrutam ojas karam param. Ghruta build ojas. Ghruta protect tejas. And Ghruta nourishes prana. So, prana is the pure essence of Vata. Tejas, the pure essence of Pitta, which is cellular intelligence. And Ojas is the pure essence of Kapha, which is a building block material. It is the healing factor. So all these factors of Ojas, Tejas, Pran can be balanced by ghee. That's why ghee, they used to make a ghee and put it in a clay pot and cover it, and they used to bury
it in the ground.
soil.
Yeah.
Oh, and
I've heard
100
of it.
years old, 100-year-old ghee, it develops certain bacteria. They are very essential for nervous system. So there are essential bacteria that is called flora, and there are non-essential bacteria. They are the parasite. They can affect the body. So Purana Ghritam means old ghee will give you longevity of life. Because if we look, even the sperm is in the seminal fluid, which is like a ghee. Female egg, which is there in the ovary, it is surrounded by amniotic, it is surrounded by certain fluid. So that is also a liquid component like lipid. And lipid is very important to build the cell. Now, cell membrane is a lipid. And cytoplasm is the rasadhatu. And if you go to the nucleus, RNA, DNA, they are connected to your genetic code. So when we use ghee in our diet, ghee will improve ojas, ghee will improve cellular intelligence, which is tejas, and ghee will improve the intercellular communication, neuronal communication. That is why it is good for prana. So Charvak, one of the great philosopher, he says, Bhasmi bhutasya dehasya punaragatanam kutaha. So he said, once your body is dead, it will turn into ash. You never come again. So, Ridam krutva ghrutam pibet. He said, take a loan from the bank, but buy ghee and eat ghee. He never said buy alcohol and drink alcohol. He said drink ghee because ghee is healthy. Ghee nourishes body. Ghee is good for cerebral intelligence. Ghee is good for communication, and ghee maintains psycho neuroimmunological response. So your immunity is built by ghee. That's why ghee is very important in Ayurveda. And we have medicated ghee, Shatavari ghee, good for menstrual cramp. Ashwagandha ghee, good for sexual debility in the man. Then we can use Brahmi ghee for cerebral intelligence. Then Ashwagandha ghee is good for man. So there are different ways of medicated ghee. Even in the ghee, you can put ginger, cinnamon, cardamom. That ghee is very good for internal oleation. So in Panchakarma, we do internal oleation with the ghee. But early morning, if you take 3 teaspoons of ghee on empty stomach, don't eat anything. Oh, it will build your agni, your digestive fire. Then whatever you eat, it will be well digested. So there is a one way of taking ghee before food. If you add ghee while eating meal, it is medium ghee. That's
Okay.
very good for building the medium. But if you take ghee after food, it will cause obesity. Even obesity can be cured by ghee if you drink ghee on empty stomach
Empty stomach.
in the morning, empty stomach in the morning, and don't eat anything till you become hungry. Wow, that will detox your liver. Your fatty liver can be healed by ghee because only fat can remove the fat. But ghee is a healthy fat, and ghee can remove the fatty liver disorder. Nowadays, there are many people they have fatty liver, and fatty liver is unwanted fat. But that can be utilized by the liver if you take a good quality of the fat, which is ghee.
Right.
And people have cardiologists say don't eat ghee. People are scared of taking ghee, and that's why they get arthritis, rheumatism, sciatica, neurological problem, even forgetfulness, dementia. Even for the patient of dementia, if you give Brahmi ghee early morning, his memory will improve.
Okay. Doctor, it's you've given us a lot of information. We need to digest that, and maybe we'll just take another 1 spoon of ghee with it. But let's take a small break. Please don't go
Okay.
anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Navin Times Talk from the Heart. We are in conversation with Ayurvedic physician, author, teacher, Dr. Vasant Lad. Dr. Lad has been speaking to us about ghee, the benefits of ghee, and how you can use it. Dr. Lad, my next question to you is can we use ghee for insomnia by applying? Someone told me that if you apply ghee for the soles of your feet, it helps with insomnia. Is that true?
Absolutely true. Because there are certain meridians from the brain, they come to the bottom of the feet. And there are very energy points because the big toe connected to the cerebrum.
Okay.
Then second and third toe connected to the eyes. Third and fourth toes, they are connected to the ear. So all the important meridians coming from the brain, the eyes, the ear, they come to the foot. Then even lungs is there at the anterior aspect of the soles of the feet. The center part of the sole of the feet connected to the solar plexus, which is called celiac plexus. So if you rub the ghee and absorb it, that send the message to the brain, that send message to the hypothalamus, and it will release melatonin. Melatonin is one of the great neurotransmitters that is responsible for inducing
Sleep.
sound sleep. So people who have lack of melatonin, they get insomnia. So if you just rub the oil, melatonin is nothing but the component of tarpaka kapha in the brain. And that tarpaka kapha is essential for inducing sound sleep. So if you rub, even castor oil, if you rub castor oil, it is good for eyes. During summer season, use castor oil on the bottom of the feet. Then it will take care of burning sensation. If you have insomnia, even you can rub sesame oil, because sometimes what happens in India, some of my client, I learned from the client. I told him to just rub the ghee on the bottom of the feet, and he was living in the slum area. And at night there was a big long line of ants,
Oh yeah.
and they have a big party at they have a big party at his feet, and he shouted, "Wake up!" Because ghee is loved by ant. Ant love the ghee. So be careful that when you rub
I'm sure we
bottom
will.
of the feet ghee. So
I'm sure.
then you cover the feet with the socks, old
Okay.
loose socks.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you will get a line of ant
Ants.
coming to the bottom of the feet.
I'm sure we are all listening to that. But so you said castor oil, ghee, and sesame oil are good
Even,
options to use for the
okay,
for.
and even coconut oil also great.
Okay.
Coconut oil is calming, cooling, soothing. Castor oil is good externally. It is good for eye problem to rub. Even in the eye, there is a conjunctivitis or there is a
Yes.
burning sensation. Just put one drop of castor oil in the eye, and it will calm down.
Right.
It will calm
Right.
down the optical irritation. Yeah.
Right. And can we use castor oil for our face as well?
Oh yeah, that's wonderful. Your face shines. Amazing.
Okay. All right. Now you know, in India we are the land of herbs. All the jari buti that you can think about is available here. But we do not know how to use these herbs, doctor. So if you were to recommend one herb that all of us generally, not considering the VPK that you have been speaking about, if there was one herb that you would recommend that we use every day, what would that be?
You know, this is amazing. Both in America, England, Germany, as well as some part of India, people love turmeric, haldi.
Hmm.
Wow. Haldi is bitter. Haldi is slightly heating, but the vipak of haldi is pungent. And haldi is tridoshic. It can balance all the three doshas.
You're right.
Haldi is antibacterial, antiviral, and also it will give wonderful color complexion. So even diabetic people, if they take haldi, it will control their blood sugar. And neem and haldi is a wonderful combination. Neem and haldi. Neem is antiviral, antibacterial. Neem and haldi will is good for fatty liver, and fatty liver can create diabetes because those fat can go to the pancreas and they can block the insulin. So even for pancreatitis or pancreatic dysfunction, or person is diabetic, they can take turmeric and neem half and half in the morning on empty stomach and in the evening before going to the bed. Amazing, that will control your blood sugar, it will detox your liver, and it will take care of eczema, psoriasis. It is a wonderful skin tonic. So this herb is very important that we can use. Another good herb is ginger. Ginger is very common. Ginger, cinnamon, cardamom. You
Yes.
have cold, congestion, cough. So ginger, cinnamon, cardamom, just boil with a cup of water, make a tea.
Hmm.
And that ginger, cinnamon, cardamom tea will take care of the kapha dosha. And it is good for common cold, congestion, cough, and sneezing.
What
So
about
this is
methi?
interesting.
What about methi, Dr. Lad? There are,
Yeah, the
some
methi.
people I know who soak methi overnight, and the next morning they have that water. What is the benefit of
Methi,
having methi?
methi is a fenugreek,
Right.
and it is slightly pungent and
Mm-hmm.
astringent. Because Ayurvedic medicine works through the taste. Rasa, Virya, Vipak. Rasa is the taste, Virya is heating, cooling property, and Vipak is post-digestive effect. So, methi is very good for digestion, gas, bloating. And if you soak methi overnight and drink that water, it will control cholesterol. And amazing, methi is also aphrodisiac. It can support the production of sperm.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Such a simple. People are taking Viagra. They take they are taking Viagra for just toxic. You can
They
take
haven't
methi.
heard you. They haven't heard you, Dr. Lad. Now with this interview, I hope people, men who are listening will take up the suggestion that you gave. Now you spoke about the water. Is it also recommended that you have methi powder in the morning before you
Oh yeah.
start the day?
In Maharashtra, they make metkut. Metkut is a methi. They roast the methi and they powder it and they sprinkle over the yogurt. Oh, yogurt is very yummy. It will never create cold congestion cough. Methi is one of the important spices and seasoning that is used in all over the world as a cooking spices.
Right.
There is no house without methi. And methi is good aphrodisiac. It is good digestive. It is antibacterial, antiparasitic. Even person has giardia, they can take methi. Methi is wonderful medicine, both taken internally and as well as you can use methi in your food
Correct.
as a spices. Ginger, cinnamon, cardamom, and methi. If you mix together and if you sprinkle over your food, it will improve the taste.
Taste
And
of it.
methi is used in cooking. Yeah.
And we use a lot of methi in India. We use it as a bhaji. We make our vegetable preparation. Not everyone, of course, has. It is like a bitter gourd, a little a sharp taste. But I think there are more and more people now, going in for the greens. We are becoming more conscious, doctor. Now,
Even methi is good for dysmenorrhea, painful menstruation. Even if you have roasted powdered methi,
right.
just quarter of a teaspoon orally warm water, it will take care of menstrual cramps.
Right, right. Now, we were talking about herbs. I also heard that, herbs are male herbs and female herbs. How does this, male, female help us when we consume these herbs? Or how do they affect us more than that?
Male and female, Purush and Prakriti, Shiva and Shakti, Yin and Yang, these are the two principles. Even if you look at the leaf that is dropped down on the ground by people. So if you hold the stump and there is a central line and there are lines, so count the lines 1, 2, 3, 4. If they are odd, like 7, 9,
right,
then that is the male people tree. And if they are even, like 10, 12, or 14, then that is the female people tree.
Okay.
So male and female is there in the tree. Because without male and female there is no conjugation, there is no
continuation of life.
Continuation of the life.
Right.
That's why it's very important. And there are certain male plant and female plant, and even our right nostril is male energy, left nostril is female energy. Ida Pingala. Ida is left nostril, that is female, moon. And Pingala is right nostril, that is sun. So we also have male and female aspect. You will be surprised if you do pranayama, inhaling through the left nostril, you are activating your female energy, then close the left, exhale through the right, again inhale through the right, close the nostril, exhale through the left. This alternate breathing pranayama will balance your male and female energy.
So, Anulom Vilom. So, what you're talking about is Anulom Vilom.
Correct. And it will do the cleansing of 72,000 nadis at the belly button. So,
and how long should one do this Anulom Vilom, doctor?
There are two ways. One is without Kumbhaka. You can do 10-10 to round 20, that's fine. 10-10 to round 20, perfect. And if you do pranayama, you will balance your male and female energy. And balanced male and female energy is samadhi, is tranquility, is total absorption. This is ancient Vedic wisdom. That is why yogis, they do alternate nostril breathing pranayama, Anulom Vilom pranayama, and they sit in the samadhi, they focus here and the third eye, and it will open the crown chakra. And they can get, because of balancing male and female energy, you are balancing your ojas, tejas, pran. That's why male and female aspects are there. And Kumari is female, which is good for female problem like dysmenorrhea, menorrhagia, metrorrhagia, kumari, aloe vera. Ashwagandha is a male energy. It is good for even testosterone, and it will make the person strong, healthy, aphrodisiac. So, the male and female, they are again connected with their action on the male hormone testosterone and female hormone estrogen.
So for a
Kumari is a
female,
precursor of estrogen.
so for a woman, for a girl, which is that one herb you would say, like you said, ashwagandha is, for the male. For the female, what would it be then?
Yeah, for the female, Shatavari. Shatavari is the good tonic for female energy. Shatavari will regulate your menstrual cycle because Shatavari is a precursor of estrogen. And if you take, when the hormonal imbalances are there during menopausal age and women get hot flashes, they should take Shatavari. Even with a due respect, I'm sharing, some women, their breasts are not well developed. They are underdeveloped. They are
Right.
sad, unhappy. If they start taking Shatavari with a ghee, oh, they will have well developed breasts. Because Shatavari is called stanya. Stanya means lactation and stanya means mastic tissue. And
Okay.
mastic tissue development will happen. That's why for female, the best female herb is Shatavari, Kumari, and Ashoka. Ashoka.
Three.
These are three
Three.
very important for female. And for the man, Ashwagandha, Bala, and Vidari. They are very good for man. But we also use Ashwagandha, Bala, Vidari in woman also when she
Okay.
is missing her male energy. Because Ashwagandha, Bala, Vidari, they are also good for Vata dosha. If a woman has skeletal-muscular pain and spasm, we can use that Shatavari, Ashwagandha, Bala, Vidari formula. And for
Okay.
man, also we can use Shatavari. Shatavari is antacid. Shatavari is good for pacifying Pitta.
You were talking
Correct,
about you can
correct.
take men can also take the female herbs and stuff. Now, we have spoken like Ayurveda is based on herbs and spices and oils. What about, diseases like autoimmune diseases? Are there cures for autoimmune diseases, conditions in Ayurveda?
Ayurvedic perspective about autoimmune disease, your own immunity is attacking your bodily cell, bodily tissue, bodily organ.
Right.
So immunity is governed by the balance between Ojas, Tejas, Pran. And there is a neuronal communication, cellular communication is going on. Ayurveda talks a great deal about ama. Ama is a toxic, morbid, metabolic waste
Okay.
that is built up into the system because of low Agni. And this ama goes to the cellular level and it covers the cell membrane.
All right.
Now, suppose in one part of the organ, the cell membrane are covered by ama, toxic, cytotoxic,
Substances.
microscopic ama. Then neighboring cell, they send a chemical signal for communication. But they don't receive the signal because their receptors are closed. Then they think, oh, this is a foreign body, I have to destroy it. This is the whole principle behind the autoimmune disease. Autoimmune diseases are arthritis, rheumatism, then MS, multiple sclerosis. Autoimmune diseases
Lupus.
are lupus erythematosus, and autoimmune diseases can be even scleroderma, cystic fibrosis. So many diseases, they are coming under autoimmune disease. But the
Right.
root cause of autoimmune disease is toxic, chronic, microcytic ama covering the cell body. So for autoimmune disease, we do Panchakarma. Snehan, Svedan, Virejan, Basti, and we have to improve the cellular Agni, Piru Agni, Pitara Agni. Piru Agni at the level of cell membrane and Pitara Agni at the level of RNA, DNA level. Even genetically we carry that autoimmune disease. So autoimmunological disorders are very subtle disorders where Tejas is burning Ojas. Your own bodily intelligence is burning you. And there is a reason for that. If you don't love yourself, if you hate yourself, Same thing happen at cellular level. Some bodily cell, they hate themselves. So there is a psychological factor that psychologically, if you hate, if you are aggressive, competitive, and if you don't like yourself, your self-criticism, self-destruction, that is going at cellular level called autoimmune disease. And in Ayurveda, we do Panchakarma detox program, and there is a Rasayana rejuvenation program. Even through Ayurvedic Deepan Pachan, kindling Agni, burning Ama, and detoxification cleansing program, we can definitely give great quality of life through Ayurvedic Rasayana rejuvenation and proper diet and lifestyle. Lifestyle is very important.
True.
Yeah, even though I take regularly Shatavari, Ashwagandha, but my lifestyle is very eating late lunch, eating late dinner, it is not going to work. Ayurveda is not only the science of herb, it is a science of environment. It's a science of diet. It's a science of lifestyle. It's a science of relationship. If there is a lot of stress and strain in my relationship, nothing is going to work.
Right.
So if you look at these autoimmune diseases, their relationship fall apart. There is a judgment, criticism, like, dislike, all these things. These factors are psychogenic factor, and they also change your functioning of T lymphocyte, and they start destroying your own bodily cell. So Ayurveda has a wonderful answer for autoimmune disorder, Tejas burning ojas.
So, is there any herb that can be taken for a condition like, maybe lupus or something like that?
Oh yeah, we have to follow what is Prakriti, what is Vikruti, where the doshas are lingering, and based upon that we have to plan out their Panchakarma program. Panchakarma program is individualistic program. It is based upon individuals' Prakriti, Vikruti, Ojas, Tejas, Pran. And then it hit like the head of the nail.
And this treatment goes on for how long, doctor? I mean, if someone comes to you for Panchakarma, how long would that be? What would the duration be?
Yeah, we can give this Panchakarma program is finished, then post-PK preparation or pre-PK preparation, post-PK advice. So we can give at least 3 months to 6 months. They have to follow proper diet, lifestyle, as well as continue this detoxification for anti-doshic diet.
Okay, right. Now we come to our last question. It's, again, as I said, you've given us so much of information. We really need to sit back and process it and then use whatever we need for ourselves. My last question to you would be, what are your views today, because there are so many hospitals, clinics that combine Ayurveda with allopathy. What are your views on that?
Ayurveda and allopathy both are very wonderful medicine. I have studied both because my course was BAM and S. We learn Ayurvedic anatomy, modern anatomy, Ayurvedic physiology, modern physiology, Ayurvedic psychology, modern. So then I realized that for acute emergency, there is nothing like modern medicine. Suddenly heart attack or appendicitis or fracture, there is nothing like that.
Right.
So we can handle the acute emergency with allopathic medicine. But once that emergency is over, then you have to follow Ayurvedic diet, lifestyle, detox program, rejuvenation program, meditation, pranayama, so that we have to change our whole life. And through that change, it will bring radical change, radical transformation, radical mutation at cellular level.
Right.
So I think both pathies are great. They have their right place. Allopathy has a right place. Ayurveda has a right place. I think there should be many integrated hospitals where they are using allopath and Ayurveda concurrently and inherently.
Correct. That's right. Because we are coming up with, I think we already have 1 or 2 hospitals in Goa which are based on Ayurveda, and I'm sure there will be, with the popularity of alternative medicine, homeopathy, Ayurveda, all becoming today so relevant. I think we are going to have many more hospitals and clinics coming up. Doctor, it was a pleasure speaking with you. I've got a lot of points that I'm going to use. I mean, the tips you've given, the knowledge that you've given, I am sure I am going to be utilizing those, and I'm sure so are our audience. Thank you so much, Doctor, and to our audience, thank you for your time, for your patience, and for your attention. Until next time, Dr. Lad, namaskar again, and we hope to speak with you again soon. Thank you.
Thank you.